Have you ever wondered how Starbucks makes those perfectly round cake pops? Well, today you'll find out how using a homemade cake recipe. You will need Crisco, sugar, flour, baking powder, milk, eggs, vanilla, salt, and a beater. The first step is to heat the oven to 350, which I've already done that, and I have a 13 by 9 by 2 inch pan that's already coated with baking spray. The first step is to combine the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. You need 2.5 cups flour. Next ingredient is the sugar, which you need 1 2/3 cup sugar. Then you need baking powder and salt. You need 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's a lot of baking powder. Next is a teaspoon of salt. Okay, you combine all this. I use a fork. Next, you add 3/4 cup of milk and shortening. You need 2/3 cup of Crisco vegetable shortening. I use this instead of butter because I had this on hand. And 3/4 cup of milk. You beat this for 2 minutes. Next, you add the 3 eggs that I mentioned earlier. And after this, you add the remaining 1/2 cup of milk. This time we'll also add vanilla, which is a teaspoon. Just use it. Okay, a teaspoon of vanilla. And then you combine all this for another 2 minutes. Scrape the side of the bowl off to get everything that is covering the sides. Otherwise you might have a chunky cake. Nobody wants a chunky cake. Okay, now that your cake batter is made, you want to put it in your 3 by 9 pan that should already be coated with non-stick coating. You want to try to put it in evenly as much as possible. And then shake it around to make sure that you cover all sides. Okay, next you want to bake the cake, bake the batter for 35 to 40 minutes. My rule is when it's done, you can tap the top of the cake and it'll spring back against your finger. So, there's your vanilla cake, now we wait. Okay, this should be the finished product of your cake, and it pulled away from the sides as you can see, and for the cake pops it has to be cool to room temperature, so go set it out somewhere so it can cool down to room temperature, and then other than that you're done, and we'll be back shortly to continue the cake pop episode. Now that you have your crumbled cake after it's been sitting and cooling for a while, you're going to take frosting. It's supposed to be 2 tablespoons. I don't trust it, so I'm going to put more, and add it to this. Now that you have your frosting, it's supposed to be perfect size for 1, it's very hard to get out. Now that you have your frosting in your bowl, mix it all together. I'm going to use my hands, you can use a spoon or something, but mix it all together until it's a cohesive ball. So we have sticks, short sticks, they're for lollipops I'm pretty sure. And we have a cookie scoop, and you're going to take the cookie scoop and scoop up some of the frosting cake stuff and press it in there very tightly, and then just roll it around your hands. Add some more in there if you'd like to. And you want to make a tight ball with it. And then you're going to take the stick and dip it in candy melts. It chose pink. And then you're going to take the candy melt and just put it in the cake pop, and the candy melt secures the cake pop onto the stick. And then you're just going to put it on the platter, or whatever you're using, and make sure that it won't stick to it. And then you're just going to keep doing this for the remainder of your cake and frosting. Now that you have your finished cake pops, you're going to take them and put them in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes, and then when they're done, you can melt more candy coating and coat them for the final step. Now that you have your frozen cake pop, you're going to want to take some candy melts and Crisco and melt them together in the microwave in 30-second intervals. And then you should have some liquid candy melts that you're going to take your cake pop and dip it into. And when you dip it in there, you want to swirl it around a little bit to make sure that everything's covered. And then you have to wait a small amount of time to make sure that all the excess gets shaken off. And then when you feel like all the excess has come off the cake pop, you want to take it and put it on your board or whatever you're using, and then take your sprinkles and put it on there, and then you're done. So now that you've made your cake pops, you get to enjoy them. They're very nice, and apparently you can put them in the freezer. I did not know that, but you can. And if you were to buy these at Starbucks, this pile would probably be $50. So there you go. It's your own homemade Starbucks cake pops.